It started with a whisper of doubt, a flicker of suspicion that refused to fade. I had been with my Thai girlfriend May for nearly 2 years. Our bond was rooted in shared dreams, late-night conversations, and a connection that felt unbreakable. She was sweet, intelligent, and seemed genuinely happy to be with me, so I thought. One day, an old friend of mine, Ethan, visited from out of town. We decided to meet up at a cozy cafe downtown. Over coffee, Ethan mentioned something that caught me off guard. A rumor about my... It was vague, unsubstantiated, but it planted a seed of curiosity and concern. Ethan hinted that I might have been involved with an escort agency, a clandestine operation that exploited young women under the guise of companionship. Unable to shake the growing suspicion, I confronted Mai that evening, sat across from each other in her small apartment, her eyes hopeful, trusting. I hesitated, but then mentioned Ethan's words. To my shock, her face swirled with a mixture of panic and pain. "Is it true?" I asked softly, feeling a knot tighten in my stomach. She looked away, trembling. "It's complicated," she whispered. "Please don't judge me without knowing the truth." That night I couldn't sleep. My mind raced with questions and doubts. I knew I had to find out the truth myself. So began my descent into the shadowy world of online secrets and hidden truths. Determined to uncover the truth, I turned to digital sleuthing. I scoured social media platforms, searching for any clue that might shed light on my girlfriend's activities. Hours melted away as I delved deeper into the labyrinth of online profiles and interactions. Finally, a breakthrough. I discovered a series of cryptic messages, hidden beneath casual banter. They hinted at a darker reality, suggesting that my girlfriend might be entangled in something much more sinister than I had imagined. These messages were like fragments of a shattered mirror, reflecting a distorted image of the woman I thought I knew. With renewed determination, I followed this digital breadcrumb trail, each click taking me deeper into the murky depths of the web. I found myself navigating through anonymous chat rooms in coded language, desperately trying to piece together the puzzle of my girlfriend's deception. As the night wore on, the digital clock ticking relentlessly, I felt a surge of anger and betrayal. Was this really the truth about the woman I loved? Had I been living in a bubble of blissful ignorance? The weight of these questions pressed heavily upon me, threatening to crush the fragile hope that flickered within. With a heavy heart, I decided to confront my girlfriend directly. The words caught in my throat as I tried to piece them together, afraid of what her reaction might be. But the truth, like a relentless tide, needed to be released. Her response was a heartbreaking torrent of emotions, tears streaming down her face as she confessed everything. The agency had ensnared her with promises of quick money, preying on her vulnerabilities like a spider spinning its web. I listened, torn between the love I had for her and the shock of her confession. In that moment, I saw not just the woman I had fallen in love with, but a young girl who had been dealt a hand of cards marked with deceit and despair. Her eyes, once sparkling with joy, now reflected the haunting shadows of her ordeal. Her voice, usually filled with laughter, trembled as she spoke of the manipulation and coercion she had endured. The realization that she had been a victim of a sinister game orchestrated by the agency left me with a profound sense of sadness. As the hours passed, we talked, not just about the harrowing details of her experience, but also about the strength it took to finally break free. I saw a flicker of that resilient spirit in her eyes, a testament to her courage in the face of adversity. In the days that followed, the weight of her story pressed upon me like a physical burden. I grappled with the shock, the anger, and most importantly, the deep-rooted concern for her well-being. It wasn't just about the betrayal of trust. It was about the realization that the woman I loved had been through an experience that no one should ever have to endure. Sleep became a distant luxury, replaced by endless nights spent researching support groups and counseling services. I wanted to create a safe haven for her, a place where she could heal and feel truly seen. Each day brought new challenges. Each step towards recovery was met with setbacks. There were moments when the trauma of her past threatened to overshadow the hope we were trying to nurture. But I was committed to standing by her side through every tearful breakdown and hesitant smile. I reached out to mental health professionals specializing in trauma, hoping to guide her towards healing. Every appointment was a small victory, a step into the light, though the road ahead was long and arduous. The scars of her experience ran deep, etched not just on her soul, but on her very being. It was a heartbreak that echoed in the silence of her laughter and the shadows of her dreams. Yet, amidst the darkness, there were glimmers of hope. As weeks turned into months, I witnessed a gradual transformation. It was in the smallest of ways, a newfound determination in her eyes, a hesitant laugh that echoed with resilience. Her story wasn't just one of heartbreak and pain. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit that resided within her. Slowly but surely, she began to reclaim her life. With each passing day, the grip of trauma lessened, replaced by the dawning realization that she was not defined by her past. One evening, as we sat in the quiet comfort of our home, surrounded by the soft glow of candlelight, I watched as Mai tentatively reached for my hand. Her touch, once hesitant, now conveyed a newfound strength, a silent promise of resilience. In that moment, I knew that the journey we were on was not just about healing. It was about growth, understanding, and most importantly, love in its purest form. Love that transcended the pain, embraced the scars, and celebrated the triumph of the human spirit. As time went on, I realized that love wasn't just about the absence of pain or the promise of happily ever after. It was about embracing the messy, complicated reality of life, meant acknowledging the cracks in our foundations and choosing to build upon them. Not despite the cracks, but because of them. Love demanded honesty, even when it was uncomfortable, and forgiveness, even when it seemed impossible. And most importantly, it required patience, a virtue I had to learn firsthand. As I stood by my side during her darkest hours, love was a verb, an action, a commitment to show up every day, to listen, to believe, and to support. It wasn't always easy, but it was always worth it. Love was the anchor that kept us grounded in the storm, the compass that guided us through the maze of emotions, and the light that illuminated the path towards healing. And as I looked into Mai's eyes, I saw a reflection of this unwavering love, a love that had weathered the storm and emerged even stronger than before. My journey with Mai wasn't just about finding the truth. It was about confronting the harsh realities of a world that often concealed such truths behind a veil of secrecy. It was a journey that led me to understand that love wasn't just a feeling. It was a commitment, a beacon guiding me through the treacherous waters of deceit and manipulation. I learned that sometimes the most painful truths were the ones that set us free. And in the depths of our despair, we discovered a love that refused to be extinguished, a love that was patient, compassionate, and ultimately triumphant. As the sun peeked through the clouds, casting a warm glow upon us, I knew that our love story, though marred by shadows, was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. We had stared into the abyss and emerged with a profound appreciation for the fragility and strength of our bond. If you enjoyed this emotional journey, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more captivating stories. Thank you for watching.